In the previous video, the infinity of the square root of 2 was discussed. So now that it is understood, we can move forward and reveal the inside of the New Jerusalem. The inside is constructed in the shape of 6-stepped pyramids, representing the people of God, who are his children. You will see how the Holy Spirit and the throne of God are also represented there, with all its infinite splendors. Just like the stepped pyramids of Egypt had smooth casting stones on the 4 sides of it, letting the light from the stars shine down the surface of it. So too, the infinite Holy Spirit covers all 6 pyramids with its rays, emanating from the infinite throne in the center. Part of the pyramids become part of the pearly gates, as you will see from the diagrams. Each pearly gate is constructed in 8-step sections similar to the pyramids. Each pearly gates are divided into 6 sections, much like an orange is divided into carpels. However, the pearly gate will be revealed in the following videos. There is much to get through regarding the inside of the cube before we reveal the pearly gates. May God bless you with insight.
To understand the inside of the New Jerusalem, we have to inspect the land, so to speak, just like in any building project. We know the outside shell is constructed with 1 layer of cubes, as in the diagram. Notice that the square has 329 cubes along the width and breadth, the total being 108,241 cubes. Don't forget that 12 of these squares are required to form the large cube of the New Jerusalem, as mentioned in a previous video. The cubes are placed next to each other and all have a value of 1. So the width and breadth of this square is 329. The length of the diameter line of this square is 329 multiplied by the square root of 2, which is 1.4142 ... The total is 465.2762 ... meaning it's infinite. In the previous video, I explained how the square root of 2 is calculated, which is infinite. So because there are 329 cubes running down the diagonal line of this square, those cubes must be multiplied by the square root of 2, find the length of the diagonal line, so that the dimensions inside the larger cube New Jerusalem can be established. The 12 squares are cut at the diagonal line and positioned 90 degrees, then assembled to form the outside shell of the New Jerusalem. In this diagram, you can see just one of the 8 corners of this large cube. It reveals how the smaller cubes of the square are cut at the diagonal lines and positioned 90 degrees, so that 3 sides of one corner of the cube can be viewed. So the inside dimensions of this large cube, New Jerusalem, is 465.2762 ... meaning it's infinite. In this diagram, one pyramid is positioned onto the dimensions of the surface floor to one side of the 6-sided cube. Notice that the width and breadth is 463. That is 2.2762 ... smaller than the inside dimensions of the large cube. So when the pyramid is centered, the infinite excess space will be half all the way around the base of the pyramid. That is 1.13 ... to infinity, all around the base of the pyramid. In this zoomed-up diagram of the pyramid, the last red line around the pyramid represents this excess of 1.13 ... to infinity. All the other lines are the steps in the pyramid, each with a value of 1. You could also interpret the pyramid steps as Jacob's ladder towards God's throne at the top. Now we will look at the cross-section of 4 pyramids positioned inside the cube and cut down the center to reveal the structure. You will notice that it looks similar to the single pyramid in the diagram with a bird's-eye view. This view has red diagonal lines with a red cube in the center. The base of the pyramids lay against the inside of the outer shell of the cube. Only the corners in this diagram consist of the red line, representing the infinite dimension of the Holy Spirit. Those red lines represent the cushioning effect all 6 pyramids have, keeping all the sides separate from each other. Hence, the reason why the Holy Spirit is called the Comforter or Paraclete. It lays alongside, just like the casting stones of the Egyptian pyramid was only a small portion of the pyramid. so too the Holy Spirit, however, contains the almighty power of God. Like they say, dynamite comes in small packages. The height of the pyramid is 232. There are two pyramids head-on, with the infinite throne in between. The two pyramids measuring 232 in height equals 464. Plus the infinite throne of 1.27 ... to infinity equals the length of the inside framework of the cube, which is 465.27 ... to infinity. I'm going to cut this video now because it's getting too long. I will make a new video to explain the infinite throne of God with all the details. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. God bless and thank you for watching.